The controller slipped from my hands as the door to my room burst open without a knock. There stood Jordan, my sister Emily's best friend since college, her face flushed and eyes wild, like she'd just run a marathon through a storm. Before I could stammer a hello, she crossed the room in 3 strides, grabbed my face and kissed me hard, desperate, like it was the only thing keeping her from falling apart. I froze for a split second, my heart slamming against my ribs like it was trying to escape. Jordan, beautiful, unattainable Jordan, the one I'd been crushing on in secret for years, was kissing me in my cluttered bedroom in our family's suburban Chicago home. The game on my screen paused mid-explosion, forgotten as I kissed her back, my hands finding her waist instinctively. But even in that rush of heat and confusion, a voice in my head screamed, "This is wrong. Emily's right downstairs. What the hell are we doing?" Pulling back, Jordan's breath came in short gasps. "Alex, I can't do this anymore," she whispered, her blue eyes searching mine. "Pretending. Hiding. I saw you looking at me at the barbecue last week and I feel it too." Her words hung in the air, heavy with the weight of unspoken truths. I'd always known I was different, that the crushes on boys in high school felt forced, scripted from some rom-com I didn't belong in. But admitting it, especially to someone like Jordan, who was practically family, felt like stepping off a cliff. We'd known each other forever. Emily and Jordan met freshman year at Northwestern, bonded over late-night study sessions and shared dreams of escaping our conservative Midwest roots. Emily brought her home for holidays, and I'd tag along on their outings, the awkward little sister trying not to stare too long at Jordan's easy laugh or the way her blonde hair caught the light. Now, at 25, I was still living at home, working a dead-end graphic design job while figuring out my life. Emily, 27, had it all together. Engaged to her high school sweetheart, Mark, planning a picture-perfect wedding. And Jordan? She was the wild card, the one who moved to the city for a marketing gig but always came back, like a boomerang to our family's orbit. That kiss changed everything. We didn't talk much after. She mumbled something about needing air and slipped out. I sat there staring at the door, my lips tingling, my mind racing. Was this real? Or just a momentary lapse? The next day, I avoided Emily's questions about why I looked so distracted. "Just work stuff," I lied, forcing a smile. But inside, turmoil brewed. My parents, devout Catholics, had raised us with clear expectations. Marriage, kids, the whole heteronormative package. Coming out wasn't an option. It'd shatter them. And Emily? She'd always been the protector, the one who stood up for me against bullies. Betraying her trust felt like a knife twist. Jordan texted me that night. "We need to talk. Coffee tomorrow." I stared at the screen, my thumb hovering over reply. Saying yes meant diving into the unknown, risking everything. But ignoring it? That felt like denying a part of myself I'd buried too long. I typed back, "Okay." Simple, but it sealed our fate. The coffee shop was a neutral ground, a bustling spot in downtown Chicago where no one knew us. Jordan arrived first, nursing a latte, her usual confidence cracked by nervous fidgeting. "I'm sorry for ambushing you," she started as I sat down, "but I've been feeling this for months. Years maybe. Emily talks about you all the time and I see you, Alex. The real you." I stirred my black coffee, avoiding her gaze. "What about Emily? She's your best friend. My sister. This could destroy that." Jordan leaned in, her voice low. "I know. But is it fair to live a lie? I've dated guys, tried to fit in. It never works. And with you it feels right." Her words echoed my own inner battles. The dates I'd faked interest in. The family dinners where I'd nod along to talks of future husbands. But pursuing this meant secrets, lies, the constant fear of exposure. We talked for hours, peeling back layers. Jordan confessed her own struggles. Growing up in a small Indiana town where being gay meant whispers and isolation. She'd come out to a few friends in college but kept it from her family, fearing rejection. "Emily knows," she admitted quietly. "She was the first person I told. She's supportive, but this? Us? It'd be different." My stomach dropped. Emily knew about Jordan? That made it worse or better? I wasn't sure. By the end of the conversation, we'd agreed to take it slow, see where it led. No labels, just exploration. But as I walked home, doubt crept in. Was I ready for the fallout? The judgment from society, the church, our circles? Chicago was progressive, but our suburb clung to old values. Friends from high school posted about traditional families on social media. My parents volunteered at the parish where the priest railed against modern sins. That night, Emily cornered me in the kitchen. "You seem off." "Spill." I shrugged it off, but her eyes narrowed. She was always perceptive, the big sister who could read me like a book. Little did she know the book was about to get rewritten. Over the next weeks, Jordan and I stole moments. Late-night texts, secret meetups in the city. Each one deepened the connection but amplified the guilt. I skipped family dinners, claiming work, while inside I wrestled with morality. Was love worth the deception? The first real test came at Emily's engagement party. Jordan was there as maid of honor, radiant in a blue dress. Our eyes met across the room, a silent spark. But when Mark toasted to traditional love, I felt like a fraud. Later in the backyard, Jordan pulled me aside. "This is hard," she whispered. "Seeing you here, pretending." "I know," I replied, my voice cracking. "But what choice do we have?" We didn't kiss then, too risky, but the tension built, a storm on the horizon. As the party wound down, Emily hugged me tight. "I'm so happy, Alex. One day you'll find someone too." Her words stung, a reminder of the divide growing between us. Little by little, the secrecy ate at me. I lost sleep, snapped at coworkers. Jordan noticed, suggesting we pause. But I couldn't. She'd awakened something vital. Yet, the price was mounting: isolation from family, the constant paranoia. One wrong move and it all crumbled. The double life intensified as summer faded into fall. Jordan and I found ways to meet: lunch breaks in hidden cafes, walks in anonymous parks. Each encounter was electric, charged with the thrill of forbidden connection. But the thrill came with thorns. I'd catch myself lying to Emily about my plans, fabricating stories that left a bitter taste. One evening, after a stolen afternoon in Jordan's downtown apartment, I returned home to find my parents waiting. "You've been distant," Mom said, her eyes worried. Dad nodded, arms crossed. "Is there something going on, Alex?" "A guy?" "Work trouble." I forced a laugh. "Just busy, that's all." But their concern gnawed at me. They weren't bad people. Hard-working immigrants from Ireland who'd built a life here, emphasizing family and faith. Coming out would devastate them. I'd seen how they reacted to a cousin's divorce, the whispers of moral failure. Jordan faced her own battles. Her job demanded networking in conservative circles, where being out could mean lost opportunities. "I want to be open," she confided one night over takeout. "But timing matters." And with Emily's wedding coming. The wedding. It loomed like a guillotine. Emily had asked me to be a bridesmaid, Jordan the maid of honor. Rehearsals meant forced proximity, awkward glances. During one fitting, Emily pulled us both aside. "You two seem close lately." "That's great. Alex needs more friends." Jordan and I exchanged a look, hearts pounding. Close? If only she knew. That night, I broke down in Jordan's arms. "We have to tell her. This guilt is killing me." "Not yet," Jordan urged. "After the wedding. Let her have her day." But delays bred complications. Mark, Emily's fiancé, started noticing. At a group dinner, he joked, "Jordan, you're always texting. Got a secret boyfriend?" She laughed it off, but his eyes lingered. Mark was traditional, from a family like ours, church every Sunday, anti-anything alternative. If he suspected, he'd tell Emily. The first crack appeared at a bridal shower. Amid gifts and games, Jordan and I slipped away for a moment in the hallway. Her hand brushed mine, a small comfort. But Emily walked in, freezing. "What was that?" she asked, half laughing. "Nothing," I stammered. "Just chatting." She eyed us suspiciously but let it go. Later, alone with me, she pressed. "Alex, are you okay? You and Jordan. It's like you're in your own world." I denied it, but the seed was planted. Paranoia set in. I second-guessed every interaction. Jordan suggested cooling off, but that only heightened the ache. Was this love or self-destruction? Society's pressures amplified the internal storm. At work, colleagues shared stories of LGBTQ friends thriving in the city, but in our suburb it was different. A local news story about a gay couple facing harassment hit too close. People like that bring it on themselves, Dad commented over dinner. I bit my tongue, rage simmering. Jordan's family added fuel. Her parents visited from Indiana, expecting her to settle down. Over a tense lunch, she recounted later. Her mom hinted at grandkids. I felt like screaming, Jordan said, tears in her eyes. But I smiled and nodded. Our decisions carried weight. Continuing meant more lies. Stopping meant heartbreak. One rainy night, we argued in her car. Maybe we're fooling ourselves, I said. This can't end well. Jordan gripped the wheel. Or maybe it's worth fighting for. But we can't keep hiding forever. The turning point came unexpectedly. Emily called me late, voice shaky. I need to talk. About Jordan. My blood ran cold. Had she found out? I rushed to her place, mind racing with worst-case scenarios. She opened the door, eyes red from crying. Mark and I fought. He thinks Jordan's influencing you badly. Influencing? I echoed, feigning confusion. He's paranoid. Says she's too modern. Whatever that means. Emily sighed. But honestly, Alex, you've changed. Tell me what's really going on. I hesitated, the truth on my lips. But fear won. Nothing. Promise. Leaving, I texted Jordan. We have to stop. For now. Her reply. I can't. The divide widened. As the wedding neared, tensions boiled. Rehearsal dinner. Smiles for photos but undercurrents of strain. Jordan pulled me into a bathroom, whispering, I love you, Alex. We can make this work. Her words ignited hope and terror. That night I journaled my thoughts, weighing morals. Betray Emily or betray myself? Society preached acceptance, but reality bit hard. The next day, disaster struck. Emily found my phone, a text from Jordan. Miss you already. Last night was everything. She confronted me in the kitchen, face pale. What is this? I crumbled. Emily, we're together. Her reaction, shock then anger. My best friend? How could you? She stormed out, leaving me in ruins. The fallout was swift. Emily canceled plans with Jordan, ignored my calls. Mark fueled the fire, calling it disrespectful. My parents sensed something, probing gently. Jordan and I met in secret, clinging to each other. We'll get through this, she said. But doubt lingered. The price? Fractured bonds, self-doubt. Was it worth it? Emily's silence stretched into days. A void that swallowed our family dynamic. I'd call, text, show up at her door, nothing. Finally, she agreed to meet at a neutral park, her face a mask of hurt. How long? She demanded, arms crossed. A few months, I admitted, voice small. It just happened. Just happened, she snapped. You knew she's my best friend. This is betrayal, Alex. Pure and simple. I tried explaining the years of hiding, the genuine connection. I didn't choose to be this way. But with Jordan I feel seen. Emily's eyes softened briefly, then hardened. I supported Jordan when she came out to me. But this? Sneaking behind my back? It's not about being gay. It's about trust. Her words cut deep, highlighting the ethical quagmire. We'd chosen passion over honesty, and now paid the toll. Emily left without forgiving warning. Don't expect me at family stuff if she's there. Home became a battlefield. I confessed to my parents, braced for explosion. Mom cried, Dad paced. This isn't you, he said. The church teaches. I know what it teaches, I interrupted, tears flowing. But this is me. Denying it hurts more. They didn't disown me, but the chills set in. Awkward dinners, avoided topics. Society's lens magnified it. Neighbors whispered, old friends distanced. At work I overheard comments about those people. The isolation gnawed, questioning every choice. Jordan faced worse. Emily cut her off completely, blocking numbers. She's like a sister, Jordan mourned. Losing her. It's unbearable. We leaned on each other, but cracks formed. Arguments escalated. You pushed too fast, I'd accuse. You hesitated too much, she'd retort. The love persisted, but tainted by regret. A bigger storm brewed when Mark got involved. He confronted Jordan at her office, accusing her of corrupting our family. "Stay away," he warned. Jordan, shaken, called me sobbing. This is what society does. Turns love into a threat. We decided to fight back. Attending a local LGBTQ support group. Hearing stories of similar struggles, family rejections, societal bias bolstered us. But reality intruded. Emily postponed the wedding, citing personal issues. Rumors spread. Our suburb buzzed. One night, Emily showed up unannounced at my place. "I miss you," she admitted. "But I can't forgive yet. Jordan was my rock. You took that." We talked for hours, unpacking layers. She revealed her own doubts about marriage, how Mark's conservatism clashed with her views. Supporting Jordan made me question things. But this betrayal blindsided me. Progress? Maybe. But the damage lingered. Jordan and I paused our relationship, giving space. The separation ached, forcing introspection. Was pursuing love selfish? Or essential? Reconnection attempts faltered. At a family gathering Emily attended alone, ignoring Jordan's absence. Dad tried mediating. Family first. But whose family? The one built on lies or truth? Society's pressures peaked at a community event. A local pastor preached against deviant lifestyles. Eyes on our table. I stood, walked out. A small act of defiance but empowering. Jordan texted support. "Proud of you." Yet the costs mounted. Lost friendships, strained work relations. Jordan considered moving, escaping the scrutiny. Is Chicago worth this pain? I wrestled with morality nightly. Choices weren't black-white. Shades of gray dominated. Betraying Emily for love? Or sacrificing love for family? The climax hit when Emily invited us both to coffee. Tense, silent at first. "I hate what you did," she said. "But I love you both. Maybe we can try." Hope flickered but guarded. Forgiveness wasn't instant. Scars remained. As we left, Emily hugged me. "Just be honest from now on." The path forward unclear, but we'd chosen confrontation over hiding. The price? Emotional wreckage but potential growth. Rebuilding was arduous, like piecing shattered glass. Emily's tentative olive branch came with conditions. No public displays, slow integration. Jordan and I agreed, prioritizing repair. But society's undercurrents tested us. At work, a colleague outed me accidentally, leading to sidelong glances. "Didn't peg you for that," one said casually. The microaggressions piled. Excluded invites, whispered jokes. I pushed back, reporting to HR, but the toll exhausted. Jordan's career suffered too. A client pulled out after hearing rumors, citing values mismatch. "This is discrimination," she fumed. We considered legal action but feared backlash. Instead, she networked in progressive circles, finding allies, but at the cost of old connections. Family dynamics shifted unevenly. Mom attended a PFL meeting with me, tears in her eyes. "I don't understand, but I love you." Dad resisted, clinging to faith. Sunday dinners became debates. The Bible says, versus love is love. Exhausting but necessary. Emily's wedding resumed, scaled down. Jordan stood as maid of honor, awkward but present. During vows, Mark glanced at us warily. After Emily pulled me aside. "Seeing you happy. It helps. But it still hurts." Post-wedding betrayals surfaced. A mutual friend, loyal to Emily, spread gossip online. "Family drama alert." The post read, veiled but damning. Jordan confronted her, ending the friendship. "People show their true colors," she said bitterly. The emotional whiplash intensified internal conflicts. Nights I'd question. Was outing ourselves worth the pain? Jordan echoed doubts. Maybe we should have waited. But waiting meant stagnation, denying authenticity. A turning point. A local pride event. We attended cautiously, hands linked. Strangers cheered. It felt liberating. But spotting a family acquaintance soured it. More whispers inevitable. Damage extended to self-worth. Jordan battled depression. Therapy helping unpack trauma. I joined, confronting suppressed feelings. "You've paid dearly," the therapist noted. "But growth comes from it." Decisions loomed. Continue fighting or retreat? We chose forward, advocating quietly. Jordan volunteered at an LGBTQ center. I designed pro-equality graphics pro bono. Small wins amid losses. Yet another blow, Dad's ultimatum. If you bring her home, I'm out. Mom mediated, torn. The family splintered further. Holidays divided, calls strained. Emily wavered too. Post-honeymoon she distanced again, Mark's influence strong. He thinks it's a phase, she confessed. Betrayal anew. Her loyalty divided. Confrontation peaked at Thanksgiving. Gathered tensely, accusations flew. You chose her over us, Emily said to me. You chose judgment over understanding, I retorted. Jordan defended. Love isn't a choice, hiding is. The room fell silent, truths laid bare. We left early, bonds frayed. That night, Jordan proposed moving in together. Start fresh, away from this. Tempting but abandoning family? Another moral quandary. The price of authenticity. Isolation but self-respect. Society's biases force choices, conform or rebel. We rebelled, scars deepening. Awakening dawned slowly. Through pain I recognized resilience. Jordan too. We've lost but gained us. But losses haunted. Emily's final text. Need space. Heartbreaking yet honest. Months blurred into a fragile new normal. Jordan and I moved to a small apartment in the city, distancing from suburbia's grip. The space allowed breathing room, but echoes of conflict lingered. Work stabilized. Friends emerged from progressive networks. Yet family ties dangled by threads. Emily reached out sporadically, birthday texts, neutral check-ins. Miss you, one read. I replied honestly. Miss you too. Hope we can talk soon. Progress inched forward. Parents adapted unevenly. Mom visited once, awkward but warm. Jordan seems nice, she conceded. Dad stayed distant, sending cards instead. The divide hurt, a constant reminder of choices' costs. Society's evolution offered glimmers. Laws protecting rights, shifting attitudes. But personal battles raged. At a reunion, old classmates quizzed invasively. So you're with a woman. Deflecting drained energy. Jordan's awakening hit during therapy. I betrayed Emily by not telling her first, she admitted. But suppressing love betrays myself. We dissected decisions. The kiss, secrecy, reveal. Each carried consequences. Trust shattered but authenticity gained. A major confrontation arose when Mark called, demanding Jordan step back from Emily's life. You're toxic, he accused. Jordan hung up, furious. We supported Emily's choice. Her marriage or our bond. She chose mediation, inviting us to dinner. Tense but pivotal. I was hurt, Emily said. But seeing your pain. I get it now. Mark grumbled but listened. No full reconciliation but a truce. The ultimate price. Evolved relationships. Emily and I rebuilt slowly. Coffee dates turning to deeper talks. I should have seen your struggle, she confessed. Jordan rejoined cautiously. Friendships mending with scars. Through it we faced moral ambiguities. Was secrecy justified? Disclosure timely? Society's role enforcing hides? Awakenings bloomed. I volunteered, helping others navigate outings. Jordan advocated at work, pushing inclusivity. Damages healed partially but transformed us, stronger, empathetic. Yet questions lingered. In quiet moments I'd ponder the trade-offs. Love's joy versus family's pain. As winter set in, we gathered for a subdued holiday. Laughter mixed with tension but present. Jordan squeezed my hand under the table. A silent vow. The journey taught harsh lessons. Actions ripple, choices define. But in the end, was pursuing our truth the right path despite the wreckage? Was it morally defensible to prioritize personal happiness over familial harmony in a society that still stigmatizes such love?